Yo, how's it going, guys? It's me, Noah, or Bad Choice Noah. Been trying to correct that. But guys, I just wanted to kind of check in, honestly, kind of vent a little bit, get real with you, and kind of share what's going on in my life right now. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about certain things, but I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm going through it right now. This has been, like, the hardest couple years of my life, and I'm really hoping that it stops soon. Not my life, just the hard times. Pretty much all you guys know, my dad passed away from pancreatic cancer, and that was last year January, so it's over a year now, which is insane to think. And it really sucks because he was basically my best friend. We worked side by side with each other. At the time, I lived with my parents, and so I worked with him, went home, ate with him, watched TV with him, shows with him, talked everything with him, and it's hard to not have your dad around. It's father figures are, they're supposed to be there. They're supposed to walk with you through life's journey, and it's basically, they're a consultant, right? They're a consultant to your life. They're father to son. He's been through all that you have. My dad was about 30 years older than me. I think 30 on the dot. But dad's 20 to 30 years older than you, typically in that range. That's a lot of time ahead. So they're basically a consultant, a cheat code of basically just being, hey, this is kind of what I'm going through. And they're like, oh, been there, done that. Let me kind of give you some advice. Let's talk about it. And to not have that anymore from my father. And right now I don't have any mentors either. So I'm kind of out here. I'm lucky I got a friend that's helping me out a lot right now, and I really am grateful for that. But life without a dad it really sucks. It's one of these things where it's kind of hard to explain. I hope nobody has to go through this, but I understand, sadly, how actually common it is. When you lose somebody to cancer, there's a lot of people that come out of the woodwork and share the exact same story. Well, not exact same, but just being like, hey, I lost my dad, I lost my mom, and my aunt, whatever. It's super crappy. Especially when going through hard times, it's like, kind of like what I'm going through. It's good to have that support system. And I'm out here, and for the most part, I'm just kind of just by myself. And it's one of those things, I swear, man, I just want to freaking crumble. I just want to cry. I want to ball up in a corner. But I can't. like I can't. I literally have to, just hunker down and push through. And what I'm talking about is to be like, oh wow, that's like a lot for just like losing your dad or whatever. And it's just like, it's so much more. I can't go into details right now about why or what, but it's so much more. And one of the things is, guys, is that I don't work for my family business anymore. And I'm out here, I have a son, got a family to provide for, and as you guys know, you live in the same world I do. Financially, it's fucking hard out here. It's hard. I'm not balling, I'm not rolling in dough. Oh man, essentially, I swear to God, man, I'm just living paycheck to paycheck, and it's tough. It's tough, and I'm sure that a lot of people can relate to that, you know, and trying to figure out what that like next step is. I'm trying so hard to trust God. In the Bible, it talks about, there's a story where it talks about a bird. It says, a bird doesn't wake up. A bird wakes up and is provided for through the worms on the ground, and that's every day. And basically, Jesus is like, do you not think that God loves you more than the birds? And like, but it's hard to have that faith, and it's hard to, when you're like in it and you're like struggling, and I've seen God work in my life, but I'm impatient, and I'm always essentially like, I don't like to be struggling. I don't like to be struggling. And that's another thing too, is just like, to be honest, my dad, he pretty much, he spoiled me. It was out of love and all that, but I was spoiled, and he, and I didn't have to struggle. I was supported in a way that made life comfortable. And now, I'm on my own. I got my family. It's the real deal out here. And I know a lot of people are in the same position where it's tough. And I like I said, I'm trying to trust God, but it doesn't make it any easier in this time. And I'm really banking on, you can't quit. You can't quit. There's nothing to, I can't quit. Even as much as I want to, at times, you just can't. And so, I'm out here, and I just wanted to kind of just open up a little bit, and kind of just be like, man, I miss making videos, man. I miss making those fun videos that we did with fucking Eric and Mary and all that. I think about that at time to time, and I'm like, it was fun. It was fun, man, and those were good YouTube videos. And I love YouTube, and I would love to be able to do YouTube forever. But I don't know what that next step is. I don't even, this is me trying to get my foot back in the door a little bit. I tried doing the podcast a little bit, but it's like I said, there's just some life stuff going on, and it's just making it difficult. I reminisce too much on the past. I can look back and enjoy that and be like, man, that was a lot of fun. But I really gotta start looking into the future. And wow, what a beautiful view this is. Like I said, I'm keeping that hope alive, because I know it's one of those things that it's the only thing that is keeping me afloat, right? Is hope right now. Like I said, I'm kind of down bad right now. I'm kind of struggling, and it's easy to think negative and to kind of go in that hopeless spot. But as soon as I catch myself going down there, I'm like, hold up, pause, wait. The only way out of this is trying to keep a positive mind frame and thinking straight. And okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna figure it out. It's gonna be okay. I'm smart. I got skills. So, sometimes when going through a difficult phase in life, I question, and I go why would God let His creation struggle so hard? Trust me, I'm grateful. I got a lot of good things going in my life, and I understand that a lot of people got a lot worse, right? But that doesn't, but I'm not those people. And so I can know that and I can look at that. But that doesn't make what I'm going through feel easier, right? I can have that perspective, but also, like, what I'm going through, like, it's hard for me. And that's okay. I'm allowed to say that and, like, but still have gratitude, right? There's a lot of things that I'm grateful for, and that's what keeps me going. But we're all in this imperfect world, and we all have our own struggles. I mean, every single person, there's not a person walking this world that is like, oh, what I'm going through isn't hard. It's just not the case. And it just makes me question, honestly. Makes me question, like, why? Right? And you know what? I'm banking on the afterlife. I'm banking on heaven and trusting that, like, there's not going to be struggle after. And I hope and I pray that that's true. I'm not even really sure what this video is about, guys. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. Trying to go one step at a time, and I guess I'm just being vulnerable, kind of just sharing kind of what the heck is going on, man. Because I'm sure some people are wondering about what's going on in my life, and kind of so I'm like that because of what my dad did, and I'm a part of him, and I've been a part of the journey. So wanted to just kind of let you guys know what the heck is going on. And you know what, maybe I should really try to focus on making some cool videos and see kind of if that can be a next step in the journey, and see if I can make some good content again. I know that I'm creative. I know that I got that I got those creative juices, and I think that might be enriching to try and do something like that. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this little check-in. Appreciate you guys watching. Drop some comments down below. I'll be sure to read them. And yeah, I'm gonna figure this thing out. Just one day at a time. I know that I'm gonna look back at this phase of my life and be like, dang, son, proud of you for making it through it, right? Just gotta keep one day at a time, just one foot in front of the other, and just grind it out. Just gotta grind it out, and we'll figure it out. We'll get there for sure. So that's it for now. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Guys, look at this beautiful garter snake right there. Oh, it went into the freaking jungle. Wow, that was a gorgeous garter snake. And that, man, every time I see a freaking snake, man, in the wild, that makes me so emotional. It just makes me happy thinking about my dad. But damn, that snake was gorgeous, though. I'm not gonna lie, it had some beautiful reds on it. Whew, that's tough.